Så ger vi det en för att han
Ja.
Det känns som ärlig.
Ja. Ja, tror bara kvar nu igen, Kristin. Vi kan räkna så Edvard har det så nu.
Jag har gjort.
Nej, men det bästa.
Ha?
Kan det Edvard har det så nu?
Nej, jag har gjort.
Okej.
Yes.
Ja.
Som du lika halt i sig.
Ja. Men jag får göra något.
Okej.
Så det är det största hotellet i Gjógv, va?
Mm. Nej, gäng inte i bil. Vi får inte reaktion i beina vägen. Får du det rätt med det?
Jag har gjort, ja.
Passar det. Du ska alltid tjäna och göra något.
Inte nödvändigtvis.
Ska jag filma med dig med att snacka? Ja.
Hi everyone and welcome to this remote site inspection in the Faroe Islands. My name is Christina and I work for Visit Faroe Islands. With me today I have Edvard and Tordis from one of our local partnering DMCs called GreenGate. And Edvard and Tordis, they're going to be your guide for today's tour. Today we are in the small and charming village called Gjógv on the island of Eysturoy. And we're going to show you some of the unique facilities and activities that they have in this village to host small groups and meetings. We are doing these virtual site inspections for all of you, our lovely buyers and clients that we were looking forward to meet and greet in Frankfurt this week during IMAX. Unfortunately, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, this is not possible. So we hope that these remote tours can compensate for the lost time, and we can't wait to meet with you in person once it's safe to travel again. You can enjoy the live tour and control the keypad here on the website, or you can head over to our live streaming on Visit Faroe Islands YouTube channel, where our colleague Anle is ready to answer any questions that you might have in the comments. I am now going to pass on the word to our guides today, which are Tordis and Edvard from the DMC GreenGate.
Thank you, Christina. And currently we are on Hotel Gjógv, the local hotel here in Gjógv, which is a small, charming hotel with 29 rooms and fantastic meeting facilities for smaller groups, and is also used for FITs. And they have various kind of rooms, and you can see the restaurant here, where you can seat up to about 40 people at the same time. And it's also a very popular place to go for lunch when you are on excursion here on the Faroe Islands. And I could mention as well that we are partly owned, Hotel Gjógv is owned by GreenGate Incoming as well. And I think we will go outside now, and then you can give us some directions, and we will tell you a bit about the village and about the hike. But our purpose with this hike is to listening to the nature, so we won't talk that much, but of course we will tell you some stories on the way and what we see, but we will suggest that you try to listen to the birds and sheep
And
and
wind
wind,
today.
water, etc. So yeah, let's go.
Lead the way.
So, and someone can maybe let me know if the wind is too heavy. Then we will do some adjustments with the microphones. And right over here you can see a mother sheep and a small sheep that is just a few days old. And to tell a bit about the story of this village, Gjógv, there is living about 35 persons in the village on a daily basis, and most of them actually seniors. But in the summertime, the hotel that we can see here, Gjógv, is fully occupied from early May to late September usually.
Yeah, just a second.
And now we will walk down through the village, and then we will go on a hike on the mountainside here, and we will see some of the beautiful nature here, even though it's a bit foggy today. Yes. Yeah, and we could tell, Gjógv have one of the most natural harbors here on the Faroe Islands, And in the old days it was a very good place for fishing actually. There was a lot of small fishing boats going out from Gjógv every day when the weather allows it. But unfortunately now there's not any left of
If you
them.
tell us to go straight ahead and to the left, we can go down to the village if you want to see
Yeah.
the village.
And the island that you might see here in the horizon is Kalsoy, which also has a lot of offer to the industry and to the tourist industry. And the most popular places is the Seal Woman on in Migladalur and the Catlin Lighthouse on the tip here. We will maybe see it better when we are on the top of the hill. And if we walk a bit further down the village, we will maybe see some more interesting things.
Yeah, if it's okay to the one who's controlling the joypad now, we go straight ahead for a bit.
And actually, if you listen carefully now, you can both hear a bit of wind, but you might also hear the lake running down here through the village. And it's, on ferries it's named the Stora. And in translated to English it will be the big lake. It usually in the old ferries villages it was a very essential thing to have a lake running through a village. Or this is a small village, so here it would be one. Larger villages would have more because you used it for basically everything: getting drinking water, washing clothes, etc., etc. And Gjógv is also a fantastic place to go with children. They have a small football field here, and of course the lake is also very nice to play in. And then when we come a bit further down, there is a very popular place where usually when the weather is good there is plenty of children playing in small homemade boats. It's a small, not lake, but yeah. And to our left here we will see a very funny garden with a lot of figures. And usually they add more and more every year.
Unfortunately, I can't go forward right now.
We could maybe continue us straight ahead down the hill there. And and here in Gjógv, even though it's a small village, there is a bit of industry here. There is of course the hotel is here, Hotel Gjógv, and then they have a station making a small salmon ingle as well, and they have a factory making concrete elements for building houses and larger buildings. And now we are almost downtown Gjógv, and then we will in a few minutes go uphill again. And last year this has been a very popular place for tourists during the last 10 years and more than that, but especially maybe the last 10 years. And the last year they made some stairs that we will walk through to try to maintain the nature, because the path was in very bad condition. So it's an interesting project that was made through the Visit Faroe Islands closed for maintenance project. And the nature here is also very scenic. If you turn right here, you can see two quite big mountains. It's named Middagsfjall. And then we have Tidal.
Yeah. Don't know if the person in
As
control
well.
wants us to turn right.
And yeah, this is, now we are in the oldest part of the village here with the very old traditional terrace houses actually. Oh,
Oh, there's a car, so we have to.
there's a car, so we have to move aside for a few minutes, or a second. Then we can continue. And the one very funny thing here is that the sheep are actually walking in the village between houses and people, and they are supposed to be out of the village in a few 1 or 2 days. Then they have to go up the mountainside for the summer. And now we are with Tune. We are almost off the natural grove that is here in Gjógv. And and we could maybe try to listen to the silence for a few seconds while we're walking. And there are birds. And you might also hear the ocean now. And yeah, we are supposed to turn left now, hopefully, in a few seconds. And now we are at the most central
Thank you.
spot
We're turning left now.
in Gjógv, where you usually will park cars and etc. And if you turn right now, you can see the grove here, and the ocean is a bit moody today, but it has been worse than this. And when we now will go on, we'll go on the path leading up the mountainside here. We have to stick to the path, but we can turn the directions that we are giving to you. But we have to stick to the path while walking. So and we will have some rain coming right now that you might hear as well.
And if it's okay with you, we'll turn
Yeah.
to the left now, or forward.
Forwards we can go down. It's no problem.
They said left.
Left?
Yes.
Okay,
So it's okay.
that's perfect.
Thank you. Very kind.
And, right here we can see a small cafe, a Gjógv cafe, which is open during the summertime. It should be open by now, but due to the COVID-19 situation, everything is quite silent. And if we could turn right now, I would be very pleased.
We have a new person coming in.
Could also walk straight, but
Yeah.
we'll go up the path now, and actually we will walk on the grass for the rest of the tour. And the things to do here in Gjógv is usually a place that we use for many team building tours with our partners. It can be swimming in the ocean, making a treasure hunt in the village and on the hillside. And it's also a good place to go from with boat to Kalsoy, just to mention, to see the Cutler Lighthouse and maybe see the seal woman as well. And maybe we could start going
Maybe it's
uphill now. We have
Yeah.
a quite large team with us today to
This
keep
is our
track
dream
on,
team here.
on all techniques, etc. So yeah, but you are always welcome to turn the camera whichever way you would like, but we have to stick to the path now, because actually on the Faroe Islands it's forbidden to walk on the mountains, unless you have permission from the landlord, and we have got permission to walk here today, so it's no problem with us. And I think I would be silent for a while, and we can just listening to the ocean and the sheeps here. Yeah.
Yeah.
We could also turn right now and have a look at the village. And
Yeah.
the church, for example, which is 91 years old now. It was built in 1929. And before that, people had to go walk over the mountain that you can see on your right hand side to get to Funningur to go in church. And you can also see a traditional ferry's rowing boat standing on the parking lot here. And this is the traditional boats that we used for everything 200 years ago. And you can see quite a lot of sheep here on the Faroe Islands. We have more sheep than people. We have maybe about, we are just over 50,000 people living here, and we have about 70,000 sheep. And we will continue up the mountainside here, and on our left we can see down to the Gjógv here in Gjógv. It's actually a very beautiful view to see. And as you can see here, the path is a bit bumpy at the moment, so maybe not talk that much for a few seconds to be sure to get safe back. And oj, dricker man så höjer den. Kör. Det är ganska svårt värld. Ja, henne har vi kört. So, and you can see quite a lot of sheep here now. Try to listen to them.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, and yeah, yes. And you can see the dramatic ocean here. And yeah, as I said earlier, I don't know if anyone saw it, but the mountain up here is named Tiril on the top here, and Also see boathouses, etc. And you can also see a path leading out to the end of the Gjógv here, and we have a quite popular bench which is named after the crown princess in Denmark, Mary's bench. And maybe we should walk a bit left. And yeah, you can see the mountain, and the top up here is called a Barme. And we have a few mountains here, but the weather conditions are not that good today, even though it's warmer than it was yesterday, where everything was covered with snow. But it's raining and it's a bit foggy, so we have to be a bit careful when walking on the mountainside here. Should we maybe go a bit more forward?
And to the right, maybe? Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. And if you turn left, right now, you can see down into the ocean as well. It's very beautiful. Also, and of course, when hiking the Faroe Islands, we always should suggest that you hike with guide, and at least that you stick to the path that's given, mainly for safety reasons.
If we turn to the left and go a bit forward, we can see a bit more of the path.
Excellent. And yeah, it's raining quite a lot at the moment, but it's very silent here, so you can get your thoughts together. It's often very popular thing to do in the Faroe Islands. If you have your head too full of anything, you usually go out for a hike in the mountain to clear the head and figure everything out. But if we turn a bit right, now we can see some birds as well. On the hillside here, there's quite a beautiful bird life here, even though we are a bit early on the season yet, but you can see, if you are lucky, you might see some puffins some of the days. It's not as many, but if we go a bit further up, we can see it better. And who knows, we might be lucky to see one or two puffins when we are a bit further.
You can see the black dots straight ahead. Those are sheep, mostly black.
So maybe we should turn a bit left again and then walk forward.
Yeah, is it okay if we go left? Person controlling. Hi, Alex.
And yeah, if anyone new is on here now, we are in Gjógv today with the GreenGate incoming.
Hi, Javier from Gran Canaria.
And we are going for a hike on the mountainside. We are actually walking towards, now we are walking out more towards a place named or Varnase. It's a very local names, but hopefully we reach the top of the mountain here named Abarme. Right. And yeah, you can see the village here, and that further you get up the mountainside here, the more beautiful the view gets in all directions actually. And Gjógv is also a good place for hiking and, yeah, as I said earlier, team building activities. You could walk this hike that we do now. There's other hikes that you can do as well that also are popular. If we had more time, we could walk to Ambadalur, but it will be a bit challenging today, and the weather is also gonna be a challenge. So we will walk a bit further up the mountainside here.
Yeah.
See
Sorry if it's a little bit shaky, because this is where we're walking and it's a bit of rain and snow today. So I'm sorry if I'm shaking a little bit.
If we turn left now, we can see some very beautiful lambs and, yeah, mother lambs and some lamb babies that are just a few days old. Actually now it's
okay with you?
raining
It'd be
quite a
nice
lot.
to ride and
moment.
straight ahead so we can show you.
So we
a bit
all
more.
are turning a bit around to
Thank you.
avoid the rain.
Turning
But we will go forward.
Yes.
And actually it's very relaxing just to listen to the rain also.
Yeah, can you hear the rain and the wind?
And the rain almost stopped
Anyone?
already. So Tordis, are we getting any questions from our participants?
Anla is answering some of them
Excellent.
as we go.
Anla is doing a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have any questions that you want us to see while we're live here, you're very welcome to join us at the YouTube page of Visit Faroe Islands. We see the comments here. And you can always send us an email, Edward and myself. Edward's email is edward@greengate.fo, and mine is tordis@greengate.fo. Having some technical things. Just a second.
Actually now no one is on.
Left.
We'll go a bit left.
Just a second. We'll be with you.
We'll just change, do some technical changes here, and then we will walk forward in 2-3 seconds. Excellent. As you can see, there's many very small lambs, sheeps, walking around here. And when you go in the mountainside this time of year, you have to be aware of the lambs and not go too close to them, because they want to, be for their own, and so the mother sheep as well can give the needed milk, etc., the care for the babies. And we have a new person coming in now.
Okay, I think Alex, she wants to see the sheep and the lambs. They're just ahead of us. They're very small. So I think we're going to go forward very carefully to not scare them off.
If we can turn left to see the top here. And if we walk,
So we can't go forward here because we're gonna stick to the path.
if we turn a bit left, then we can walk, sorry, a bit right, then we can walk forward again. If we could turn a bit more right, then you can see the ocean again, and it's actually getting more and more scenic the further we go. And you should also be able to see the Mary's Bench at the moment, along with the concrete factory here. It's maybe not that beautiful to look at. And you can also see that there is actually made a quite good path out to the end of the Gjógv here, so you can even get out here and see the beautiful nature in a wheelchair. So they're really doing something good for tourists here. And yeah, we can't go any forward now, but we could maybe turn a bit
We would be walking
left
into the
again,
gorge if we went
and
any
then
further.
we can go forward again. And maybe we will reach the famous stair that we talked about earlier.
We're gonna go
And
forward.
all this, we have told you a lot of things, but if you have any further questions or are more interesting in GreenGate incoming at the Faroe Islands, you're always welcome to send us an email on info@greengate.fo or visit our website greengate.fo. And
If you wonder why we're going so slowly right now, it's because we have two very small lambs ahead of us that are not more than a few days old, so we don't want to scare them.
so yeah, we have to be very careful not to disturb the lambs too much. And it's also one of the things that we do on the Faroe Islands. We live with the nature, and we can't force the nature to do anything. So that is the main reason why we are walking so slowly. But you can just enjoy the view of these beautiful lambs. Look at here, they look over the every hest. And if we walk a bit more further forward, we can maybe get up to the top of the hill here. Then we will have a real beautiful view again over the village and over the fjord here. Unfortunately, it's so foggy now that we can't see Kalsoy, but this is also a bit of the charm with the Faroe Islands, that you never can say how the weather will be, and it can change all the time. And on some days you can have all 4 seasons within a few hours.
Alex is asking, what is your favorite thing about living in the Faroe Islands? Maybe you could share that.
Yeah, I can. It is definitely the nature that we are surrounded by everywhere we go. Usually you don't have to drive much more than 5 minutes to be in the middle of the nature, and the scenery is also very changing all the time. So it's bad weather one place, you can just drive for a few minutes and then you'll have complete other weather and another scenery as well. And another thing that I love about,
we're not getting any directions right now, so I think I'm just gonna show you a bit of a panoramic of the village.
Enjoy the rain and have a look at the village here. And you can try to listen to the ocean and the lambs and sheep. if you are listening very carefully, you might hear some birds.
And maybe also some rain.
Right again. And yeah, actually now the rain feels more like snow than rain. So if we turn 180 degrees now, we could walk a bit forward and go a bit further up the hillside here, so we
It is actually
can see the
hailing
beautiful
right
scenery
now.
here.
We are loving this Faroese weather.
Sorry?
It's hailing now.
Yeah.
We went from really nice and dry to a little bit of rain to a lot of rain to hailing. That's the Faroe
In
Islands.
10 minutes it will be sun again. Hopefully, so yeah. It's very good to walk forward now, because then we will have the wind coming to our back instead of right in front of us. So it will be a great help to walk forward. And we can turn a bit right to see the beautiful village of Gjógv. Now we have actually a panoramic view over the Gjógv and the village of Gjógv and the mountains here, which also are very beautiful too and are accessible. And now you should be able to see the highest, or a bit of the highest mountain on the Faroe Islands as well, Slatthættin, if you turn a bit more right. And yeah, as you might hear, it's very windy at the moment.
I think we're going to
the
turn
ocean
just
is also
to
changing
not
all the
disturb the
time.
camera too much of the hail and the wind. Should we maybe head more further forward?
Yeah, it will be very good to walk a bit forward.
So I think whilst we're waiting for directions, we're gonna make our own decision to go a little bit further forward this path. Okay, someone wants
Right.
to go to the right.
And at the moment we have to stick to the path, because it's very steep down here and we won't risk falling.
Actually, down in this gorge, I think puffins live, right?
Puffins are living not in here, but if we go a bit left and a bit forward, we will
Okay.
be on the top of where puffins are living.
Oh. Should we maybe do that? We'll probably not see any puffins today.
The
But-
weather is so bad,
Yeah.
so I'm afraid not, but we can have a look when we are a bit further. We walk a bit forward, then we can turn slowly to our left when the path says up, and then we can have a look at the bird cliffs here and see what kind of birds we can see. But I'm afraid that most of the birds will be in. And we can turn left to see the stairs that was made for the closed for maintenance project last year. And actually already now you can see that they are very good, because the path that is right beside them is getting better and better. So maybe someday you can take them away again and just walk on grass. And if we walk a bit forward, we could...
Maybe we should say hi to our crew behind of us.
Hey!
I think they're
Yeah,
a
we
little
have
bit cold.
Tortoise and Frujun with us today as well. So we are a quite large team walking here. And actually now it got a bit lighter, so if we turn 180 degrees, we might see Kalsoy again.
Good morning, Daniel. It's morning where Daniel is. Here it is almost 2 p.m.
Yeah.
So we actually don't mind the rain and the hail. Some people are feeling a little bit sorry for us.
Oh, no problem. We have good
we don't mind
ferries.
it. We're quite used to it now.
Yeah,
I
we
think.
are. And we have good jackets and warm sweaters, and
Exactly.
so it's no problem. Don't feel sorry.
That's actually quite important when you come to the Faroe Islands, because the weather, it can be quite unpredictable. It's to embrace the weather and bring appropriate clothing.
And if you listen now, you can hear the bird life a bit, and you can hear the ocean as well. Maybe we should be silent for 1 or 2 minutes while walking forward. And when we are out here, you can turn a bit right. You could also turn left, and then we'll have a very good view of the bird cliffs here in Gjógv. And as you can see, the fantastic nature here, the dramatic ocean, and this really cozy village with just over 30 people living here on a daily basis.
I don't know if you can see the road in the background. That is quite iconic for small villages in the Faroe Islands, that the roads are I don't know, how would you call it? The shape of the roads. I can't think of the word right now, but they're very iconic for sure. These small roads that lead to these roads that lead to the small villages.
Forward, yeah. Walk a bit forward, and if we turn a bit right, we can see the beautiful Kalsoy, and we can also see the birds here. And let's have a look if we can see some puffins. Usually you can see some right down here,
So the
but
camera's
it's a bit cold today,
bit
so
funny today. It doesn't want
and
to.
they might not have a
doesn't want
right
to show down,
quite yet.
but
And as I said earlier, stick to the path here, because it's very steep down here, and we not want to have any accidents. And yeah, as I said earlier as well, we are doing this is a quite popular place to do team building activities, where you can go with a zip line from the top of the roof here down to the ocean. You can do ocean swimming as well. Of course, it's weather dependent, but usually during the summertime the weather is
someone likes tortoise a lot.
quite good. And we also often do boat tours from Gjógv to Kalsoy, just only half a kilometer from here. Actually, now we are going really up the mountainside, and we have to walk a bit slowly now because the grass is wet, and you have to be careful to not fall.
This is good exercise. I don't know if you can tell, but we're walking quite on a quite steep hill.
Almost 70 degrees, something like that. And we will come to these famous stairs now. We'll have a really good view over the.
So I am having some issues with the gimbal, so I'm just going to turn it off quickly. Just if you're wondering what's going on here. Okay, I think that's going to make it better. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we'll walk forward right ahead. Actually, there's a sign here that says that no dogs are allowed. So,
if someone is just joined, this is Edvard from the DMC GreenGate here in the Faroe
Hello.
Islands. They are showing us around the town Gjógv today. It's actually a very small village.
actually, right now we do not have any other option than walking forward because we are walking down some stairs.
Fær bare sint longer fram her.
And they're also doing it way easier to walk up the hillside here. And if you want to do some exercise, you could run on top of all the way up to the top, but we won't do that today, because then you won't understand a single word that
I can't.
I
You're
am
walking
saying.
so fast. I can't
Oh,
follow.
sorry.
No, I'm joking. I think we have around 15 minutes left.
Excellent. Then we
So-
can
I'm just going to correct my
walk a bit
gimbal again.
further up, and if we turn right here, yeah, it's your left, but then we can again see this beautiful village. You see Hotel Gjógv, which is a small hotel with 29 rooms and amazing meeting facilities as well for smaller groups, and it's a very good place to be if you want to be somewhere where it's very quiet for a while. You can also see the village of Gjógv with a lot of small, charming, small houses.
Okay,
And
so I want to go to the left. We could
turn
also
left.
head further down, and then we could take the road over there towards the village again. Should we do that maybe?
Yes,
Person controlling, if we go forward now. They want to go
we
to
can
the
go
right.
forward. If we can go right, then you'll just see
think
me
we're
if you
gonna
keep
do a
360.
360 degree.
It will be a challenge.
Okay, I think
Okay.
actually they want to go further up.
Yes, we can go a few more stairs, and then to keep track of the time.
Yes. And if anyone is wondering why sometimes the camera isn't following, it's because it's raining quite a lot, so the gimbal is getting a little bit confused.
And if we listen carefully now, we might hear some birds and the ocean. Try to listen for a while.
This is good exercise for when you come to the Faroe Islands. Maybe you could challenge yourself to run up these stairs. I don't know, Edvard, do you know how many steps?
No, but we can count them
Yeah, when we go back
on the way down again.
Yeah.
Then we'll let you know. But it's quite a lot.
Yes.
Maybe we should turn around here and go.
So there's a person asking Edvard how much of the land in the Faroe Islands is private. And
Everything, basically.
Yeah, pretty much
Basically,
all of the land is private.
but we have some paths going between the villages that you are permitted to walk
Okay.
through without any permission as such.
They're called village paths, and I'm sure if
Yes.
you send an email to info@greengate.fo, they're happy to send you some information about that. I'm not sure.
Definitely. But even though there's paths, we will always suggest to have a local guide with you, because as you might already have seen, the weather can be quite changing,
Yes.
and you need to know the local areas to know the weather and to know where to go if you can't go through the path the whole way. Excellent.
So we've got 10 minutes left. I think we would like to maybe head towards the village before we end the stream.
Yeah, it
or
will
what do you
be-
think?
A real good thing then.
I think we're not
can
getting
go
any
home.
direction, so whilst we can, I think we're gonna
Yes.
head towards the village, and then let's see
If we-
the next
maybe we could-
person controlling us if they agree with us or not. Let's see.
Hopefully we won't do a turnaround again. But you can just enjoy the view here,
So we're going down again.
and we will go a bit slowly now because the steps are a bit wet. So you might fall if you are in a too big hurry. So you have to be careful.
I think we have a new person now.
And If you have any questions other than already asked, you are welcome to send us an email or can contact us on some social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. Do your name, yeah, GreenGate. Our email is GreenGate, info@greengate.fo.
Edvard, do you want to go a bit ahead?
I can, yeah.
Then you can say hi to the people following. This
Yes.
is Edvard from
Hi.
a local DMC called Faroe Incoming. Sorry, my camera's acting out today. It's probably because of the rain. But here's Edvard. Do you want to wave to the rest of the world?
Hello. And thank you for spending some time with us here in Gjógv today. We are very pleased with that. And we have Tordis with us as well. She's also working with GreenGate as project managers.
They both work in MICE, so if you are an event manager or if you have a company coming to the Faroe Islands or if you have a meeting or a conference, these ones are the ones to contact.
We'd love to help you.
Definitely. And maybe
I
we
think
should
they're
walk
gonna
a bit
lead the way. This is
forward
not,
again
I think
because
I'm gonna. So you guys just wait for 1 second. I think I'm gonna take the camera out of the gimbal because the gimbal is not working with me right now. There we go.
so yeah, just enjoy the beautiful view here.
Sorry. There we go. I'm
If we
gonna
look
try
down
to
to
be
the
as
ocean, we
stable
can
as the
see
gimbal.
a few birds flying around here, but not as many as we will later this summer. It's also really relaxing just to listen to the ocean and the waves.
Yeah, someone asked what the favorite part of Faroe Islands was. And I think,
Tordis might answer. I have already.
yeah.
I can't find the microphone somewhere.
Yeah.
Actually, I can't.
You could just tell my answer.
Whoa, here it was. So I will. There we go, Tordis.
Hey.
You
Hi.
can talk for a while.
Yeah, someone asked what our favorite part of the Faroe Islands is, and for me it's actually this. I don't know if you hear the sound, but the ocean just crashing the islands. And if you do, I'll stop talking because it's the best sound.
And maybe we should walk a bit forward again, so we can approach the village before ending the hike today. I'll see if I can put the microphone back on me so I have my hands free. And I
So
don't
we
know.
were actually supposed to have been on IMAX today, and Tordis
Yes.
and Edvard, they were supposed to be with us, meeting their lovely clients and buyers from all over the world. But unfortunately it's been cancelled, so that's why we're doing these tours. And we hope that once it's safe to travel again, that you'll come and visit us. And we also hope that, we are pretty certain that next year we'll be at IMAX again, greeting you on the busy floors there. But in the meantime, this is a very good second option, I think.
Definitely. Do we have anyone controlling us now, or?
Yeah,
right?
someone's saying right now. There we
Excellent.
go. There is someone.
And you can see some sheep down here, and yeah, in 2 days they will all be on the mountainside here because they have to go out of the village so the grass can grow through the summer.
So we're going to the
Until
right again.
late July, where we'll cut it and dry it and use it for food for the sheep when they are inside during the winter time and when the vegetation is very low. Maybe we could walk a bit. We'll have a new person with us now, and I would suggest to maybe walk forward
Yeah, so this person wants to go to the right.
So we could maybe end down on the road right down
So
here.
the person controlling, maybe if we could go forward now, then we're gonna head towards the village. I think we have around 5 minutes left, so for the people that joined us a little bit into the streaming, maybe we probably won't get all the way into the village, but we can head towards it. And if you're wondering where we are today, we are in the Faroe Islands first and foremost, and we are in this lovely little village called Gjógv on the island of Eysturoy. Edvard, do you want to say quickly a bit about the facilities that they have in Gjógv?
Gjógv, yeah, I can tell. They have Gjógv is a small, cozy hotel here in Gjógv. They have 29 rooms and meeting facilities for for about 40-50 persons. And we'll walk forward here. And what we are doing now actually is quite illegal. Usually you are not supposed to do this, but we are making a shortcut here with permission from the landlord to keep track on the time. And yeah, back to Gjógv. They have good meeting facilities for smaller groups and all modern equipment as well. And as you might see, there's this black building with the grass roof. It's Gjógv. And right next to it they have an annex where they have about 12 rooms, where half of them are with sea view and the rest is with mountain view. And yeah, we are from GreenGate incoming today. We have been in the Gjógv, making a hike here on the hillside in Gjógv. And if you have any further questions or want to contact us, you are always welcome to visit our website on GreenGate.fo or send us an email on info@greengate.fo. And Christina,
Yeah, I
from
think
Faroe Islands, would you like to say a
Yes.
few words?
I think so, because we're coming to the end of this tour. I think we have 2-3 minutes left. And I just want to first of all say thank you very much to all of you guys that have been following. My name is Christina. It's been a true pleasure having you guys with us on this tour with Tordis and Edvard from GreenGate, a local DMC here in the Faroe Islands. I think I speak for all of us when I say that we've had a lot of fun, and we really hope that you guys have enjoyed it and had fun with us. I think this is a very special way of doing a site inspection. It's not something that we have done so much before, but I think we'll definitely continue doing it maybe. And GreenGate, they actually do remote meetings, so maybe you can send them an email to ask about those ones.
Yeah, you can also visit
are-
our LinkedIn account to
Yeah.
see newsletters and
And-
registration.
Exactly, on their LinkedIn,
And tomorrow,
which is GreenGate incoming.
tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock we will have something adventurous going on somewhere
Awesome.
in the Faroe Islands. So feel
So-
free to register.
We hope that all of you guys are safe and doing well, and we look forward to hosting your conferences, meetings, or incentive trips in our beautiful country once the corona pandemic has turned for the better and it's safe to travel and meet again. So we will be live again later today at 4 p.m. local time. That is GMT +1. So we hope that you will join us later as well. And in the meantime, stay safe, everyone. And I think maybe we have 1 minute left. We are going to maybe just stay silent for a bit and give you a bit of a panoramic view of the village of Gjógv whilst as we end. And enjoy this beautiful view. If you haven't had enough of the Faroe Islands, which I'm sure you haven't, who can get enough of this? You can join us. Okay. Okay.